All right, man. Here we go. Another episode of TDM Talk. Got a special guest in the building, as you can see, my boy Drastiko of Cadillacs and Coffee, Houston. How's it going, my man?
It's going good, man.
It's going good, huh?
Another day.
Yeah, another day, man. I appreciate you, stopping by and giving us a moment of you. This happened pretty quick because I posted like the other day, tag a business owner and shout out to AD of Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Yeah, he tagged you. He says, "Yeah," and then you tagged him. So we got to get him in there. So I know you're watching this, bro. So you're next, man. You're next on the hot seat. So I want to talk a little bit because I know. Well, let me ask you this: Are you still doing the music, or is this
Yeah,
kind of doing like? Is this pretty much it right now?
yeah, pretty much it. Cadillacs and Coffee just been focused on, all my times on that. Besides family, of
Yeah,
course,
of
but
course.
it's all Cadillacs and Coffee Houston.
So for those who don't know, what is Cadillacs and Coffee?
Cadillacs and Coffee, it's a community of, Cadillacs, that I basically had an idea one day. I went to Trucks and Coffee.
Okay.
They've been doing it for a while now. Well, I went there with my brother, got the idea. I always had a caddy, bro. Um, and I was like, man, I'm gonna do this for the caddies, and I built a community based on that. For the love of my car, I wanted to, share issues. Which who doesn't have issues with Cadillacs? So that was the vision at first, and I just went home, sketched out a logo, gave it to somebody, and they brought it to life for me. And ever since, I've been doing it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Because I know before that you were doing the music. So how long have you been doing the Cadillacs and Coffee?
Cadillacs and Coffee is barely 2 years, bro.
2 years.
Yeah, I started in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know since I've always seen it and I've always been wanting to go to one, but I just I guess because it'd be like most of is it always in the morning?
Always in the morning,
Okay.
unless we're doing an event from like 12 to 5 or something like that. But
But for the most part, it's like during the day, in
yeah,
the
during
morning
the day,
time.
yeah,
The
no,
coffee, right? The
yeah.
coffee thing.
Well, then again, coffee don't have a time.
Well, yeah,
People
you know
drink it.
what? I know people drink it at night too to stay
Yeah,
up, or whatever. Like,
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
need some caffeine.
Our parents used to drink it at night.
I don't even drink coffee, man. People trip out when I say that. Like, you don't drink coffee? I was like, it smells good, but I don't. I
Yeah,
just for whatever reason I cannot. I just
can't
can't
do
do
it.
it. Yeah. So let's backtrack a little bit. Like with the music, like how long were you doing that before you doing
I had
this?
music for a long time, bro.
Yeah.
Um, It all counts. So I'm gonna say back to when I was 16, bro, because that's when I started recording music. When I was
Nice.
16 years old. I'm 37 now, bro. So
Mm.
the
Yeah,
last
long time.
project I put out in 2021. So
Okay. I think we put one of your songs on our playlist with I do the playlist with Latinx hip hop and we were doing cuz we've been doing the monthly playlist for I think going on 3 years now.
oh, you know what? I do remember that. I don't know what song that was
Yeah,
though.
I don't and the only reason I know that because the song is in my phone
Yeah,
and I want to say it was the one that you did for your pops
it's called
if I'm not mistaken.
what's it called? Can't think about it
Oh
right now, bro.
man,
Let me look at it real quick.
we'll
Hold
look.
on.
Yeah, well, he's gonna look it up right now. But the reason I say that was because I thought it was such a deep track because obviously it was dedicated,
To my dad.
to your
Yeah.
dad, so I can relate in that aspect, um, and then do
Well,
you? No, go ahead.
as I feel lost. My
I
bad.
feel lost.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, and that came out in
2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said that was on your last project that you put
Yeah, that
out.
was the last project I put out.
Okay. Any plans on continuing doing the music?
Man, bro, I've been real busy with this.
Yeah.
It's crazy, like the amount of time, that I put into it, and it's just myself, well, not my wife, she like helps out here and there, but still mostly me,
Yeah.
putting these events together. So I do want to do music, but the whole aspect around music, the whole purpose of that changed for me, bro.
Now
So
that
it's
you have
like,
this.
well, yeah, I mean, it did a long time ago. I always did music for another reason back then when I was younger.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want to blow up and make a living off of that?
Of course.
But, got older, bro. Life
Priorities
changed.
change.
Everything changes. Now I just put music out because it's one of my passions, and I love hip hop, bro. So I'm like, I do it because it's an art form, and that's the way I express myself. And people listen to it, they listen to it, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Nah, that's what's up, man. So what could people expect like from an event from one of your Cadillac and Coffee events? Like if they've never been to one, what what picture would you like for them? What would you like for them to get out of it when they come to an event like that?
For them to experience Cadillacs and coffee, for themselves, that it's something different, it's
Yeah.
positive, and it's all love there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And it's a community of all kinds of people that come from different backgrounds,
Could you have
different
vendors there too,
cultures.
right? If
Yeah,
I'm
we do
mistaken.
vendors.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you do them at the same location, or you just kind of move around, or how does that, or
Well,
how
once
often?
once a month we do them. Every third weekend out of the month we do them at Bad Astronaut, 1519 Fulton Street, and
Okay.
then we do an additional one sometimes, or sometimes we have three a month. But hey, that's when it gets crazy. But
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, as someone who's put together events, I know, and I've only done three this year, and then I'm putting together the fourth one.
yeah,
And I could tell when you're the one that's doing kind of everything, it's definitely a struggle, man. It's a
yeah,
headache
yeah,
because you're trying to get the vendors, and then I deal with artists. Like I don't know if you have
yeah.
artists performing, but we have artists performing
I
at our
have
event.
before, yeah, and it's a lot.
And that's a lot too because it's
Yeah,
trying to get them, and then you got to do the schedule, when they're performing, you
yeah.
have the DJ, and just so much that goes with it. Uh, but yeah, so going back to the event and what they can experience is just experiencing. I know off camera we talked about the culture and the
Yeah.
community. How do you see like the Houston culture as far as like the events and things like that? Like what? How do you see it like with the cars and everything?
I think it's beautiful, man, because
Yeah.
when all the cars come out, we see different types of rides, different colors. Like some of them even have murals, artwork, just special touches that people put on these vehicles, and even like stories you hear on why they selected that vehicle. Like maybe it reminded them from their childhood, their parents used to drive one of those, or it was
Yeah.
handed down to them, or whatever the story is. But I think it's beautiful when you get to meet people that drive these cars. We love seeing the cars, but sometimes you want to have a conversation with these people and get to know them, and you'll find a lot of things that way.
It's always a story
Yeah,
behind the right, the behind
yeah,
the
or the making of it and all of that.
yeah, yeah. So your story. Tell us a little bit about your story. You're from Houston, originally from
Yeah, yeah.
Houston. Okay.
Born in Houston, actually at Jefferson Davis
Hospital?
Hospital.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Okay.
yeah, yeah. I was born here, man. Mexican descent. My parents from Mexico, from Tamaulipas, and they came to Houston.
What part of Tamaulipas? Were they both from Tamaulipas?
Yeah, my mom was from Miguel Aleman, and
Okay.
my dad from Diaz Ordaz. It's like 30 minutes away from Reynosa.
Nice. That's where my
Yeah,
dad was from. My dad was from Reynosa as
really
well. Yeah. So
dope,
we
dope,
spent
dope.
many summers,
Yeah,
vacations going to McAllen, Reynosa, just in that. My mom's from
yeah,
Monterrey, so which is a little bit further. So
yeah.
but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it was very nice going out there, man.
It's different now,
Yeah, yeah,
like yeah,
yeah.
than it was
Very
back then.
different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's where I'm from. Raised in the Heights. Went to all the schools in the Heights, and um, I wish I could buy a house in the Heights, but
Yeah. Yeah.
that's too pricey. But yeah, bro, that's just it. And my story is, I mean, everybody got a story, to tell, and I just wanna be able to tell mine one day,
Yeah.
where people can actually, listen to it, and get something positive out of it. And if I'm able to help somebody by telling them my story, that to me that's beautiful.
Well, what's something that you can kind of give us right now that if somebody that's
Yeah,
watching that they may be going through like maybe something that you went through that maybe like a piece of advice that you can give out to someone that's watching, because I usually like to, especially a lot of the women that we interview, I'll ask them, especially if they're artists, like what advice would you give to other female artists that's coming up, or what advice would you give to anybody who's from, quote unquote the hood, and because like you said, our parents come from Mexico, right? So they didn't necessarily teach us how to create a business, how to start a
Yeah,
business, how to run a business, much less anything. I don't know if your parents are like mine, and they might be where they didn't really even finish, they didn't graduate,
yeah,
school.
same, bro.
They started working at 12, 13
12,
years old,
13.
you know what I mean? And then, I think my dad was like 13 when he came to the States.
Yeah,
So all he knew was work. So like for us to have actual businesses and running, our own brands and our own things, like, man, we've kind of come a long way, but that's not
yeah,
something that they necessarily gave to us. But I know we always try to like with my kids, I want them to learn the game as well because now they can, as I'm learning it, I'm teaching it to them as well.
yeah.
What's something you think you can pass along to somebody that might be watching, that might be in the same position you and I are in?
Just to keep working, and you know, not give up and stay consistent because consistency is key, man. And keep pushing no matter how hard it gets. Even
Yeah,
on days where you want to quit,
yeah.
just keep that ball rolling because you never know when that payoff might come.
I love that you said that because we always, I like to always preach consistency is key. And as cliche as that sounds, is really the truth.
Yeah,
I talked about earlier off camera about the podcast, like all the setbacks that I've had, and I didn't even bring that up, but it ain't even been 2 years yet, and we're just already have grown so much in that such short time. But I chalk that up to us being just consistent with it,
yeah,
not giving up. Not have we taken a break or two, yeah, but it don't be. We'll have enough content we can put out, and it's like we're still active, so to speak. But yeah, like this year was hard. One of
yeah.
those years where like I took some months and didn't do anything, and I just was reevaluating whether I wanted to keep doing this or not because it was just like you're sinking in money and you're
Yeah,
not really seeing that back yet, and it's not easy.
yeah. It gets discouraging sometimes.
Yeah. So how has that been for you? Like with what you're doing now, although it's only been 2 years, have you already kind of went through phases where you were kind of like, do I want to keep doing this, or and what made it? What made you feel that way?
When I first started Cadillacs and Coffee, bro, let me go back a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
So in 2021, when I dropped that album, that song you heard, my dad passed away during COVID time. And after that, bro, year later, I started Cadillacs and Coffee, bro. And then things were happening, with vehicle, issues like always. So I kind of was trying to figure out my car, and I kind of paused it for a little bit. So then I came back and I did a toy drive right there at Charters, that graffiti wall downtown.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it was big. It was like 50 cars because I first started with 5 cars, and I was one of those five.
Yeah,
So that was five, and then when I did that toy drive, it was 50 cars out there, bro. So I was like,
man.
man, that's crazy. All Cadillacs. I didn't think it was gonna grow as much as it did, And everybody played a part in it, by sharing and coming out and supporting, bro. But then last year, lost 3 people, bro.
Man,
So it was like, they're no longer here, bro. So it was like that was life changing for me.
my
You know,
condolences on all that, bro, because I know what it's like.
that really took me to a dark place, bro. And my mind was so strong, bro, that I got out of that and I kept going, kept pushing, and I reconnected with my wife now, and it's like it's amazing because that was God. I got closer to God and I was seeking Him, and He embraced a person like me, and He showed me He existed, bro. So it's
Yeah,
like, man, like right now it's like it's all blessings after all that storm, bro.
yeah. People don't realize that, like, when you're going through it, it's not meant for you to sit there and just stay with it and just take it as is. You're meant to keep going. I heard someone once say, because they feel like they hit rock bottom, or it feels like they're in, like if you feel like you're in hell, like why would you stop there?
Yeah.
Like keep going. Like you get out of there, basically.
Yeah.
Uh, and I'm glad you brought up the God thing because I've for as long as I've been alive, I've been into church and whatnot. But when I started actually seeing God move in my life, is when I was like, yeah, there's nothing that no one can tell me that God does not exist, bro. Because
Yeah.
He's done things specifically for me that I know. Yeah, that can't be nobody but God. That ain't
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
coincidence. That ain't no luck or chance. That was God.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that you said that because I want people to understand that when I say it or others say it, it's not just me saying it. Now you're sitting here saying the same thing, and this is not. This is probably like our first actual conversation ever.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And you're saying that, so I don't want people to think like, oh man, they planned it or whatever. Like, nah. So I feel like when we have these type of conversations, that this is God kind of speaking through us to others.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah. And then I feel like he connects those people too.
Yeah.
So this was meant to happen, bro.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Because like I said, I knew about you from the playlist, but I had never, at least to my knowledge, never. I don't. Have we ever met?
Nah, I
No.
never met
Okay.
you, bro.
Yeah, because I know you were in the music and I was in the music. Although I'm not an artist, but I was doing the events. And sometimes I meet
Yeah.
a lot of people and I don't really be remembering.
Yeah. They
I'm
remember
kind of
names
getting.
sometimes.
Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about how old I am, but that's yeah. But anyway, yeah, man, and I believe that people like God brings the right people in your path to kind of spread that message
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
continue that. Like, hey, man, if you're watching this, don't give up. Like, you're talking to two, Mexican American guys that are from the hood, parents from Mexico that are actually out here doing it.
Yeah.
So that means you can too.
Yeah.
So what's next for Cadillacs and Coffee?
Next, God willing, there's a lot of things that I want to do, but it's not really up to me. I can just kind of have an idea, but it's really not up to me.
Yeah.
But I do want to do a lot of things.
You got any upcoming events?
Yeah, we got the toy drive December 7th,
Okay.
12 to 5 at J Bar M
Okay.
Barbecue right down 2201 Leland Street.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
some friends of mine did a little thing there recently. Erica and
Yeah,
Off the
Diosas
Chain.
Poderosas.
And, yeah, Diosas Poderosa. Shout out to
Yeah.
shout out to them, man. We had them on the podcast earlier this year when they were Queen's Paradise. And they were, their own car club, which I thought was dope,
Yeah.
like all female car club.
Yeah,
I just
dope.
thought that was dope, and we had all four of them. And that was a wild episode. Um, but they are, great, awesome women doing their
Yeah.
thing, and I'm glad to see they're all still doing their thing, whether they're running together or not. But anyway, I saw they did something out there, so
Yeah, it's a dope spot. I love that spot. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we're gonna come out there, bro. If you need us to do anything, if you want me to come do some interviews or something, let me know. We'll set it up.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, there was a bunch of us, a few of us coming together, to do that.
Who's all partnering with you to do
It's
this?
Katie Carr Meets is joining this one. Houston.
Okay.
Houston Meets. It's Art Manifested, BYOF. It's HTX Garage, Operation Be a Blessing, and it's D Tenacious. She's a photographer.
Okay.
We're all coming together.
HTX Garage. Is that David?
Yeah,
Semper
that's
Fi?
David.
Okay.
Semper Fi,
Yeah. Shout out to Dave, man.
Yeah,
Good,
shout
cool
out.
dude.
Yeah. Cool. That's the general, bro.
That's the general. Oh, that's his name now. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I call him, the general.
Okay, I'm gonna have to salute him when I see him, man. That's my dog. He good people, man. We were at a couple of Powder's video shoots, and then I just would see him around. He came to our event last year. I love what he's doing. He's always been a cool ass dude, bro.
Yeah.
Real one.
Yeah, he's cool, man.
Yeah, you got some good names out there. Art Manifested, shout out to my boy,
Yeah.
man, out there. Art Manifested. Yeah, you got some good people out there. What can they expect at the toy drive? What are you just collecting toys? Are you giving them out?
We collecting toys that day.
Okay.
We having vendors come out, and be a part of the event. So they'll be, donating toys also.
Okay.
Instead of, like the normal stuff that people do, fees and stuff, we're not doing that.
Just they can come.
Just come and donate toys for that event, and you could be a vendor at the event.
Okay. And are you still taking vendors?
Yeah, we're still taking vendors right now. I think we got about 15 now.
Okay, that's
so
what's up.
We're gonna have a decoration station for the kids. We're gonna have a jump house. We're gonna have live performances. We're gonna have a DJ. We're gonna have a Santa, and we're gonna have H, the photographer, taking pictures out there. For the families.
Who's performing? Can you give out any names yet? Or
not yet, bro.
So, okay, still wait. You're gonna announce it soon.
Yeah.
Who's DJing?
Or is that's Notorious.
Oh yeah. Shout out to him, man. Yeah.
I know. I met him through Space City Media.
Oh yeah, shout out to Space City Media.
Yeah, that's his boy.
I've known Notorious since before he was called Notorious.
Oh, really?
I used to work at Soundwaves on Cross Timbers.
Oh, damn, Soundwaves.
And he used to come in there and buy vinyl, and he went by a whole nother name back then. And so I've known him since that was like back. 2003.
That's a while back.
Yeah, a while back. So I've known him before he got on the radio, and he's doing big things now. I mean, I see he's still active, and he I think he produces too now. Like music.
I seen that on his page. I was like, man, this guy produces.
Yeah. So that's dope. Shout out to my boy. That's Notorious. Yeah.
It is Notorious. But yeah, bro, we're gonna drop an album too for Cadillacs and Coffee, bro.
Really?
That's what I'm gonna do next year, bro.
Okay.
My wife's like, man, you gotta make time for it. I go like, man, I'll be so busy.
Yeah.
She's like, man, you gonna have to schedule that in so you can get that in.
Yeah.
I'll do an album, a little EP, about 5-6 songs.
Yeah, that's what's up. I mean, that's all you need. Yeah. Sure. Nowadays, that's what everybody's doing anyway, dropping EPs or singles, So I think an EP will be cool. Where do you see Cadillacs and Coffee 5 years from now?
5 years from now? Yeah. Man. In every state, bro.
Every state.
Every state.
Dope. I think it's important that you get out of your comfort zone. Like a lot of people are cool with being quote unquote hot or famous, like in their own city, and sometimes Texas, you really just be famous in your own neighborhood, really.
Yeah.
And most people don't even venture outside of Texas, or even within Texas, Yeah. But to get out of every city, out in every city, and then travel. I went to Minneapolis last year to do a podcast with some guys out there, two Mexican brothers, twin brothers that Pura Cultura. Shout out to Pura Cultura podcast. I went out there, bro. Like, they didn't pay me to come out there, but I wanted to network and kind of expand, my brand to another state and other cities, and it was cool.
Yeah.
You don't realize how much raza is out there, bro. Like,
there's a lot.
Pinche raza, estamos everywhere, bro. They everywhere.
Hey, that's why they call it the sleeping giant.
So when we had Embrace the Culture this year, we had like 6-7 artists from out of state come in. We had people from Delaware, Maryland, Atlanta, Washington, all over the country, man, come out to perform. So it was like to me, with it being our 5-year anniversary, it was huge. So I like what you're saying, that you want to get out and take what you're doing, to other states.
Yeah, because I promote on Facebook a lot, bro.
Oh, okay.
That's mainly how I started doing it, and I just got back to it, just to bring new people in, and it works, bro.
Yeah.
That formula works, and guys are always telling me, man, I wish we had this over here and over here.
Like, you start to set it up.
I told my wife, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to go to Dallas. We're gonna have to go to Dallas. Try to hit up different states next year.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: if you go to, you do the Dallas, San Antonio, anything in Texas. Hey man, count us in, bro. We coming with you, because we really are playing. We haven't announced it yet. I've already said it a couple of times, but we're taking the podcast on the road. Like, we're going to different cities and kind of like setting up for the weekend, and then just doing interviews out of maybe the Airbnb or somewhere we can post up at. But and that was part of us trying to just grow outside of Houston. I mean, we got viewers and people that watch us. Shout out to you guys from Canada and the UK. Yeah. There's a lot of people from Guatemala and Canada that I didn't even know about. That's Toronto, crazy. Montreal, like, we connected with them, man. Like, so, yeah, it's possible, bro. Like,
yeah. I know a lot of people message me, and they're like, man, when are you gonna do music again? A couple of people, and I'm like, man, I want to, but I mean, kind of doing this, I kind of feel like, music is just my passion, bro. But it's like, over here, it's kind of like I'm building something for my own as a business, and then I'm doing community work, here and there, with the people. And that's the whole thing about Cadillacs and Coffee, bro. Putting people together, enjoying the cars, and at the same time, like I tell everyone, is like doing positive things together, bro. Because together we can move mountains.
So Saturday I was with Supernatural, my boy Ike man, and Lowe's, and they all spoke Brenda. They all spoke really highly of you, because I told them that I was interviewing you, today. They're like, oh, that's what's up, because I don't even know how we got in the conversation, but I was like, yeah, he coming by the studio Tuesday. They're like, damn, for real, like, yeah.
Yeah, Ike's cool, man. Shout out to
I've known Ike since elementary.
Ike can be
I've known Ike. We went to literally elementary school together, bro. Elementary, middle school, and high school. Yeah, that's how long I've known him, man.
You still remember what kind of backpack he had, though?
No, I don't. What do you have?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Because I remember what my homeboy had.
Nah, I don't even remember.
In the kindergarten, bro. He's like, bro, how you remember that? I was like, bro, you had a blue Ninja Turtles backpack. That's my homeboy, Whiteout. Shout out to Whiteout.
Shout out, yeah. That's crazy you remember that. I don't even remember what I did last week, so I don't,
That's what my wife said, bro, because it's like, I know her from way back then, bro.
Yeah.
She was 15, I was 17. She's like, man, she be telling everybody, man, this guy remembers still what I was wearing when I was 15 years old.
What color her hair bow was?
Every detail. She had that LED belt with Drastiko going through it.
Yo, that's crazy. You still got it?
No.
Nah, she's right here. She's turning red. She's blushing. We want to turn the camera real quick. Now I'm playing. No, I love hearing those stories, bro. Like that's just some real down to earth, type shit. There's some things we do remember, of course, when from when we were younger. But
yeah,
as we get older, bro, like, cause I know I'm a lot older, so we start to kind of lose our memory. But yeah, shout out to Ike, man, and B and Los and the whole camp. Them my peoples, man. We got to shoot some pictures this weekend. I don't know when they come out, but I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, those are gonna be dope, bro.
Yeah, so my modeling career has just launched.
Just
so
started.
you guys looking to book me, hit the DM, the Cash App, and all that is in the description. But man, before we get out of here, bro, any last minute shout outs you want to give out to anybody, man?
Shout out, to everybody that, first off, shout out, to God, for just putting his hands over me and covering me, lifting me up, when I needed him. Of course, my wife, that's my rib, that's who holds me down, motivates me, inspires me. My kids, that's who I live for, bro. That's gonna be my legacy, one day when I'm no longer here. And just shout out to everybody, man, that comes out and supports, supporting me from my music down to Cadillacs and Coffee, and just being there, showing up, to these events. And I truly appreciate all of y'all because without y'all, Cadillacs and Coffee wouldn't be nothing.
Facts.
And hopefully we inspire a lot of people. I know we inspire a lot of people.
Yeah. Do you see it?
I see it.
You see it?
Yeah.
I know people may not acknowledge that they were inspired by you, but I know I can see the influence we might have on others. And they may not want to admit it, but where it comes from. And it's cool, but I mean, that at the end of the day, I know myself, I don't do it for like glorification for me.
Yeah.
I do this so that I can leave something to my kids when I'm gone, and then I feel like every move I've made has been guided by God. It's like God opened the door and I just walk through it, and it makes it easy for me to just walk through it, But again, I appreciate you really kind of gave us some gems, to kind of work with and some inspiration. Hopefully that anybody that's watching this is inspired to go out and do more, and not just for the community, but for ourselves as well, or even our own people. Because we talked about earlier. Your wife asked, "What do I do?" I said for our people. Yeah. It's really that simple. It's like we try to put on for our people, give our people an outlet where they can come here and tell their story and a little bit about what they do and things like that.
Yeah, and give them hope. You know that you put your mind to it.
You can do it
You
too.
can do it too.
Yeah.
You know.
Put God first. Put the work in. Be consistent, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much I think all I can really to keep it simple.
Yeah, for real.
Put a link in the description. With the links are in the description where you guys can go follow him. Just click the link, and you guys can go check him out on Instagram, Facebook. Do you have a website?
Yeah, it's Cadillacs and Coffee Houston.
Yeah, we'll put that in there. That way
Yeah.
they can just go on there,
Click it.
and they'll take them right to it.
Yeah.
So they're able to buy merch and stuff like that
Yeah, you
too.
can buy the merch on there. Yeah,
Okay.
Everything.
Okay.
And stream Drastiko on all music platforms. Can't forget that.
Yeah, yeah.
If you like some reality rap, it's right there, man.
Yeah, go run that music up for him, man. You know, it's out there.
I need them checks to come in.
Yeah, nah, for real, for real. Get that music.
Come
money.
on, I'm getting paid less than a penny. I need them streams.
Yeah, y'all go stream, man. Just stream it one time, man. You know, it'll take but 30, 40 seconds to get that stream, I think, is what they say. But yeah, man, go check them out on all platforms. You know, follow the Cadillacs and Coffee. Follow, Spotify, Apple, all that stuff, man. Go check them out. Let them know you saw them on the TDM Talk podcast, and you'll be seeing us at their events. You know, God willing, we'll be able to pull up and be able to work together, because I think the unity aspect of it is what's the most important. Like, we all start to kind of come together. You know, us, you guys. Now that I linked up with AD, and I saw you, I met you that day at his grand opening, you know. And I went to support him because, one, he supported me. He's come to my events.
Yeah.
And I actually met him through my boy Zach. And I didn't know I knew his older brother. It's just like such a small, kind of like, his brother pulled up and he's like, yeah. He goes, I think you know my older brother. And I was like, who's your older brother? He told me. I was like, oh, yeah, that's my dog, I'm like, that's crazy. Like, you don't be knowing.
Yeah.
But
it is crazy, bro, because it's like, it's a big old world, but it's small at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I met him through David.
Okay.
When I did that collaboration with them at Del Sol.
Okay.
Back in, I don't even remember, March, February, somewhere around there. Well, it turned out this guy got his car painted by the guy that painted my car.
Oh.
But I'm like, damn, that's crazy. It's a full circle right there.
Yeah. And then look, here we are now.
Yeah, we're talking about our cars without even knowing that he's like, oh, this guy named Milton painted my car. I'm like, bro, that's the same guy that painted my car.
Yeah.
He's like, that's crazy. But,
and I always say this: we got the numbers. Like, if we all really came together and put ego and all that to the side, like, we really could do some major damage. And it's just about finding the right people, because I've had people that I've pitched the vision. Like, okay, I'm a big picture type of guy. I'm not, right in front of me. I like to think man, if we're gonna argue and bicker, let's do it over millions of dollars. Let's not do it over nothing, over pennies, or and a lot of times over nothing. It's just just difference in opinion or whatever. Ego. It's crazy, because we got the numbers.
Yeah,
we can definitely do something together, and then we start to connect those dots across the country. It'll be crazy.
Yeah, it would be.
We're gonna keep working towards that, and and do that. So, man, y'all make sure y'all go follow him. Tell him you saw him on TDM Talk, and hopefully we'll see you at the event. At the next event. Is that the last event of the year for you, or you got more?
We got one more, the 21st of December.
Okay.
Bad Astronaut.
Okay.
So we hoping that one's a good turnout, because everybody's off for the holidays. It's around that time,
like right before Christmas.
So hopefully everybody comes out that day. Hopefully it's not cold, man, or raining.
Yeah. You never know in Houston.
Yeah, but that's the last event for the year, bro.
Okay.
And then,
yeah.
2024 been a good year, man.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad. I wish you much success, continued success, and even bigger success in the next year to come, for both of us. And if you need anything from TDM, we're here, bro. So on that note, man, again, make sure you guys hit. No, not a problem. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Keep running them numbers up. We definitely, surely appreciate it. Share this with somebody that it may inspire, or if you know somebody that knows him, share it with them, and on that note, we are Them Damn Mexicans.